departing Pasito Blanco Harbor on Grand Canary Islands, ready to make our way over to Dakar. 800 nautical mile passage. All right, goodbye Pasito Blanco. Looks like there was a nice anchorage here. If I would stay longer, I'd probably move out to there. Usually I just leave my dock lines out, but we're going 8 days. Might as well take these guys off. Not a lot of wind to start with, but I know there's wind out there. I think we're gonna have over 15 knots the entire trip, probably getting into the high 20s, maybe gusts into the 30s as we work our way down the coast of Africa. The island here, Grand Canary, is blocking the winds, but we just make it 10 miles down, maybe even just around the dunes here, and we should have plenty of wind. This is a popular vacation spot for Scandinavians, I guess Europeans in general, but lots of Swedes and Norwegians. All right, amazing how quickly you go from being a ocean boat to a marina boat, and everything just needs to be put back in its place. Turn off the motor. Wrong one. Turn off the motor. Pretty soon we will switch to wind vane, but we need to stay on this for a little bit longer until we get into some consistent wind. I'm gonna go ahead and put one of these seasickness patches on. They're good for like 3 days, and I don't necessarily need it, but this means I can go straight to like reading books and editing video, which normally I can do. It takes me a couple of days before I get used to it because I've been on land for so long. Could have sailed right into the washing machine here. Just all these waves. I can see some gnarly whitecaps further out there too. I'll reach them on the zoom. Wind's coming from behind, but the waves are coming from the front, and we're just rolling and pitching all over. This has to be some of the most confused water I've ever encountered. Getting some mixing of wind and currents probably. Well, it's looking like I'm definitely gonna need this leak cloth to keep me in the bed today. The wind keeps dying and we just get kind of becalmed with these huge waves. And a wave! Got my clothes all wet! Ah! 7 hours in now. The sun just about to go down. I took a little nap. Just kind of settling into things. Feeling pretty good. Took a few hours to get established in the trades. I had to keep going back and forth between sailing and motoring. And that wasn't all that fun, but now I think we're definitely established in the trade winds and should be like this most of the way. We're gonna put on doing like 6 to 7 knots. So looking good speed. So let's hope that holds up. I don't see why it wouldn't. I'm gonna make some dinner, read a little bit, maybe do a little video editing, and maybe clean the boat up a little bit. I picked up a month's worth of groceries underneath here before I left. Previously I put away some stuff, but there's just no room in my normal grocery spot, so that's food's just gonna have to stay out until I eat my way through it, I guess. So let's get started. As you can see, the fridge is filled to the brim. We got the yogurts on top. We gotta dig through those to find us. We're gonna have this burger. Toasting up some bread, and then burgers next. Alright, this looks pretty good. A little asparagus too. Fortunately, it almost all was bad. I just bought it this morning and it was all rotten by the time I made it this evening. That sucked. I think it was expensive too. Well, we've been out of cell signal for a while, so I just turned on the Starlink, but it's not working. No signal at all. So I don't know what's going on. So apparently, if you get too far away from land, you got to upgrade your service and pay more. So we are 300 miles from land, so I guess that does count as the ocean. And so I just figured out I need to switch from the $50 service to the $160 unlimited service, but when I'm offshore, I also have to turn on this $2 a gigabyte fee for using the Starlink on the ocean. But at least the internet speed does appear to be pretty quick out here. Day number 2, and wind's lightened up a little bit, down to 17 knots, which is actually perfect. I slept okay last night, but I woke up a lot, so it wasn't great sleep. I got one container ship off in the distance here. Wind should lighten up a little bit over the next few days, but it's still staying about 15 knots and behind us. We did over 100 miles in about 20 hours, averaging 5.2 knots. Max about 7.8, that sounds right. And there we are, just south of Gran Canary, along the coast of Morocco or Western Sahara. And then we'll go down past Mauritania, stop in Dakar for a day or two, and then on to the Gambia River. Today for dinner, making some chicken here, and also earlier today I added one more Starlink mounts on there. The fourth one wouldn't fit because the arch was a little, the Dodger has a little curve on the top, and so my design didn't really work that. I needed to make a spacer for that. But 3 I think is good. Should make it less likely for a rope to get caught underneath there and rip that thing off. Been a good day. Good day of sailing. A little easier to cook today because it's not quite as windy. That's probably about done. But tomorrow's gonna be even a little bit lighter, so I think tomorrow I'll start fishing. I think I've got probably another day of chicken, beef, one more burger, one more day of chicken. But I can start fishing tomorrow because then I can move on to that for some protein. All right, one for later, one for now. Fresh mozzarella, tomato, chicken on a piece of ciabatta. Super sandwich. Sun just went down, preparing for nighttime. Got everything put away. Enjoying the rocky motion of the boat here. Got a full jib out now. We are day number 3. Just woke up, the winds have lightened up even more. I'd say we're down to probably like 10, maybe 12 knots. So the jibs kind of have been flopping around a little bit because of the waves and the wind's not strong enough to hold it open, so I'm going to go up, put the whisker pole up. That'll be the first plan for today. Whisker pull to stabilize things. But now, I'm not sure. Slow down to 4.7. Might want to put the Spinnaker out. We'll wait and see if it slows down anymore. If we go below 4, we'll do Spinnaker. How about that? The weather's so nice, I'm gonna open my port lights. Let air out in here. I made the mistake of leaving the companionway open last night. It felt really nice, but then it just gets so damp. Like everything just gets covered in dew with the hatches open. So now I got my blankets drying out there, and we'll open these windows. That'll help. It dries out in the sun, no problem. Just once that sun goes down, everything becomes wet sometimes. One of today's projects will be to put the Starlink on a switch, so that I can turn it on and off easier than pulling a fuse in and out. It uses a little bit more power than I can afford to leave running all the day. So I just use it for about an hour a day. That's also good because it keeps my internet access to just like an hour a day, which is kind of nice to be away from the internet and everything. That's one of the nice things about sailing, so I don't want Starlink to kind of ruin it. But then on the other hand, sometimes it's nice to be able to connect to the internet for a few seconds. So there's no Starlink label. Just call it a spare right there. Well, we just dipped below 4 knots, 3.8 knots, I guess. So no more excuses. I already had lunch. Let's put up the Spinnaker. We should be able to run with it maybe all through the night and through most of tomorrow. So I think it makes sense to get that thing up. But first, I need to set the mainsail up. I need to pull the jib in so I can point into the wind. It's a lot of steps, so I gotta get this blanket out of here too. Cover up all that stuff. Okay, jib in. All right, that was easy. Okay, look in my harness. I'm experimenting with a shorter harness line now, and more inboard lifelines. I guess probably the idea would be to have it right in the middle, but just do this for now. See how I like it. Okay, mainsail up. Let's get this pole down. I don't need the pole up right now. It's just flopping all over the place. Just to go on the other side anyway. Good enough. One, two. Bag. Yeah. No, come on. I wrapped around it already. We're so close. And then just wrap for no reason. What the heck? Man, that's not even like, I can't even reach that so high up the wraps. Okay, I guess lower the tip, you say, right? I just gotta keep it from tangling while I go back there. All right, that looks pretty good. How's that holding up, though? Yeah, now I gotta get this up to the top. Shoot, because I lowered it down, that's right. There we go. Spinnaker's up, finally behaving. Got the boom prevented out with the main. And we're just wing on wing, flying downwind. That had to get me at least a knot and a half of boat speed. A little bit of work, but now I can reap the benefits. I mean, if we have an extra knot and a half over 24 hours, we get there sooner, like 5 hours sooner. Pretty awesome. And the swell is kind of lengthening and smoothing out. It's down to 4 to 6 feet maybe. but big long periods. So everything is happy on board. Also using my new seat, faces forward, has nice high backrest, a little bit of reclining. It's like this is finally comfortable to be in the cockpit. Usually I spend all my passages down below, and it's just so much better, I think, if you got nice weather to spend it outside. And of course I got my Dodger, keeping the wind off my face if we're going upwind. I should have done this ages ago. This is a great idea. And I'm much more likely to spot a whale. Oh, a dolphin, just as I said it. Not a whale, but a dolphin. That's cool. See, I miss those when I'm down below. There's another one over there. There's a bunch over them. Making the splish and splash. Splish splashing all over the place. I'm gonna start tackling this wiring project. It's just a mess. I'm gonna do a little box with switches up here so I can turn we'll have a little dome light. We'll have a switch for the navigation lights and another button for the horn. All right, so here's our little box and then all the parts we need. Just realized, I thought this says stainless steel waterproof switch, momentary or latching, but it's not a switch, it's an LED indicator. So I guess we'll have to use a switch for the horn because I don't have another push. I want like a momentary push button, but I don't think that's what it is. I think it's just a light. Why does it say stainless steel waterproof switch if it's not a switch? Can I press it? No, just a light. And look, it was freaking $13 for a little LED indicator. That's crazy. Ugh. All right, got a working project. Got the dome light, super bright. This is the navigation lights there. You can kind of see them going on and off. And then this will be a horn. Well, not perfect, but improvement, I think. Zip tie these a little better. And the day number 3. Still got the Spinnaker up all night. You can see it's very wet. Everything is damp out here, so I better close up the door soon. Stars should be coming out soon. A few of them now. Really hoping I can run this Spinnaker all night long. We're in like, what are those? Flying fish or something? Some little fishes popping out of the water. I hear dolphins. They must be chasing these things. There's a ton of them. They're all over the place. Try the laser. I wonder if my boat's scaring them out of the water. What are those little mini fish jumping that the dolphins are eating? The dolphins love them. They're all over the place. There's little dots, little red. They light up red when you shine the flashlight on them. Some red, some white. And I can just hear the dolphins so much. Look how wet that Spinnaker is from the condensation on it. Gotta keep it up till the sun comes out now. We just had a jibe, but the preventer held it, and then unfortunately the cleat, the Spinnaker pole downhaul cleat ripped out of the deck. I guess I had just used like these little wood screws, but I don't know. That's not cool. Don't do that. Don't do that. You don't need to do that. Looks like I got plenty of cleats over there. The dolphins are enjoying it. You hear it? Splash. So we'll see if the pelagic will do better than the wind vane at steering. The wind vane was doing okay until it just got, I don't know, overwhelmed. I got the gain turned up to, oh, I guess we're only on gain mode 1. I kind of want to go up one more. Let me try, if I can remember this. So you turn the autopilot off, hold this for 2 seconds, hope the boat stays on course, go up and then turn it back on. And then twice. And now we're probably off course. Let's see. Dolphins. Okay, now it's doing a little better now. There's some dolphins. So I just heard one of the worst sounds in sailing. It's sounds like this, like deck hardware falling off the mast onto the deck. I think we just lost our Spinnaker sheave pulley. I went up and then to investigate, and then as I was walking in, and this thing fell down in front of me. Hopefully I didn't lose the whole aluminum plate on top. It was maybe a little undersized in hindsight. But the Spinnaker stayed up. It's just, I think what happens, the halyard comes outside of the mast, and then it went up to a block that was bolted to a plate on top of the mast that I put on there. So I think the plate either broke or just this little pad I broke off the plate. So now the Spinnaker halyard is just coming out of the mast, going straight to the Spinnaker. So it's not really a big deal right now, but in the future, I don't know if I'll be able to pull the Spinnaker up that way. I think I'll need to find a jury rig, another pulley up there. But we'll wait till we get to Dakar to do that. In the meantime, I'm just gonna keep this thing up there because I don't think I'll be able to get it back up again. I'm gonna take it down. And bless this little heart, the pelagic autopilot is doing a better job than the wind vane right now. The wind vane, after a certain point, sometimes has trouble with the Spinnaker. And then sometimes I can get the autopilot to work a little bit longer. But I mean, the pelagic's powering through. We'll just let that run. I'm gonna close the doors, but so I don't listen to it. I realize I'm getting kind of a reputation for going through autopilots really fast, but honestly, I really only go through about one a year. And maybe with the miles I sail, that's like, they can get away with that. Because other people say, oh, mine lasted 5 years, but I probably sail more miles than them in 1 year than they do in 5. And then also, I think it looks like I use the autopilot a lot, but you gotta remember I have a wind vane, which I use 70 to 80% of the time. The autopilot's only really used like for motoring or like leaving and entering a port when I want to steer to a compass course, not the wind. And maybe that's where most of the filming happens, so it looks like I use the autopilot more, but the wind vane is really the way to go offshore. Except for these weird cases where, like, you're doing the Spinnaker downwind and it's not working. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Or if it's like really light wind, sometimes it will work, sometimes it won't. And then it's nice to just have to throw the autopilot on because that's gonna at least be more reliable to steer to a compass course when the wind's shifting. And for example, I just went 3 days straight using only the wind vane, but all that, because that's such easy, good sailing, all that turns into is a couple B-roll shots of the ocean, and then when things go wrong, like I'm putting up the Spinnaker, I need to switch, then I film it, and then of course now you see the autopilot. So you saw 10 seconds of wind vane, and then a whole monologue about me complaining about autopilot, where in actuality it was 90% of the sailing was done very smooth with the wind vane because I'm very happy with it. And then when I end up talking about complaining about things, it's when I break out the autopilot, that 10%. So even though it's annoying noise, but I can put up with it for just an hour here or there. Just blew out 2 panels on Senor Spinnaker. Well, need to fix those before the Atlantic crossing. But should I take the thing down? I wouldn't be much slower with my jib, but it's so wet now. It'd take like 2 days to dry. Unless I fly it again. I'm gonna keep flying it. Kind of medium like this. That was a loud noise. What happened? One thing after another. Broke off the pin. Where did that thing go? Luckily I have a second pin here, but this is the one I want to be on. So frustrated with myself. What is it now? It's like 3 a.m. The wind was supposed to pick up to like 17 or 16 knots So it's getting up to 20 and the Spinnaker is just going crazy. And I'm like, well, I don't want to take it down because it's going to be light tomorrow and I can't get it up again because I freaking busted the sheaves on the top. I'll just power through it, and then like had these 2 little holes in it from where the anchor rubbed against it, and those just turned into completely panels are just gone. And then I don't know, it's getting windier and windier. I'm just like, okay, it's fine. I've already decided we're just gonna keep this up overnight. And like it made no sense at all because if I just pulled it down, we get just as much speed with the jib. Like we're doing 5.6 knots. I think we increased speed now because I had to take it down in like 25 knots of wind. And of course, it's like everything's jamming up at night and it's falling in the water. I'm out of practice on this thing. And now it's gonna be like probably 2 days of sewing just to get this Spinnaker working again, and it's just completely messed up. I blew out like 5 panels, and all because I didn't want to put it away when it was wet. Whatever. It's cool now. Everything was okay. We have the jib moving us along. We're going fast. Tomorrow it might be light. Maybe I can fix the Spinnaker during the day and get it up again. But man, those are some big tears. I got about, I don't know, probably 40 feet of stitching to hand stitch it there. So we are cruising now, 6.1. Going fast. Should I switch to the wind vane now? The wind vane could handle it. Why is this cabinet open? Oh shoot, that's got the autopilot on it. That can't be open. How could the autopilot steer when that was, oh my gosh. Freaking idiot, Sam. Now the boat's turned, it turned 45 degrees because I closed the cabinet. Okay, maybe I can fix it. We're gonna go to left port. Okay, hook up the wind vane again so we have silence. There's one ominous light off in the distance there. See it? See it move? It's really weird. One light. Not aiming directly at it, nearby. I don't know what that is. Let's see if it's on the AIS. Day number 3. A little windier than yesterday. Forecast said it was supposed to be lighter. I think it's time to go and take a look at the damage on the Spinnaker. Part of it is wrapped around the bobstay. I couldn't get it off last night. I think I might just cut that off. Oh, let's see. Oh, this wire. My spotlight. No. See that. Notice the spreader wore a hole in the sail up there too at the end there. That's easy fixed. I'm trying to make myself wear my harness more. So I got a lightweight, I guess alpine skiing harness that I thought would be more comfortable than the life jacket one around my neck. And then to make it even easier, I sewed it onto this pair of shorts. I actually made these shorts, but that wasn't really necessary. So I was gonna try to sew it on the inside, but then it just seems like it'd be more comfortable on the outside. So we'll see how that works. It'll just be a lot easier, I think, to get these on quickly, and then I'll be more likely to just wear it all the time. Slips right on, and then if I want, I can cinch that up, and now I'm all completely harnessed in. And this one's like really comfortable to sleep in even, so I think this will be a good thing. And then maybe if it gets colder weather, I'll do the same thing with a pair of like long sleeve pants. This is kind of like a soft sew material, so also it's maybe a little splash proof. We'll see. I'm kind of skeptical about that. I just hove to so I can reef the sail before the sun goes down. Looking like the wind might pick up this evening. Usually I don't really like to reef too much going downwind. You don't really need to, but I'm gonna put the main and reef, the main sail reef. All right, reef is in. Dinner today, got some chicken, steaming some broccoli. I think I might have a curry sauce somewhere, so we'll do chicken curry and broccoli. Easy peasy. It's day number 5 now. Still making good miles every day. We're more than halfway now. So then, yeah, just 4 more days to go. 360 nautical miles left. This is awesome. Looks like my mustache is getting pretty long. Maybe I'm gonna trim that up. And today I'm gonna start with doing my. I've been doing daily workouts. It's really been keeping the discipline up a little bit, you know. Maybe some. I need to organize all the food I have sitting out here. I'd like the boat to be a little neater when I arrive in Dakar. I'm downloading a new weather grid file. I like the app Luck Grid. Just doing the GFS so I could get the gusts too. Boiling up some eggs for breakfast here. I like to have my custom jet boil gimbal, just made with a piece of aluminum and some ceramic bearing and some 3D printed parts, but it works so good. That's just like a RAM mount. I just got myself in a real pickle here. My back stay got wrapped around the spreader, and now the boom is stuck way outboard. I need to cut the boom topping lift. I need to cut it somehow, but it's hanging out too far. I can't reach it. And oh man, it looks like it's gonna break that spreader. Pop it out of its socket. It already has. Oh, that's not good. Tape the knife to this boat hook, and just hopefully we can reach it. Oh, that was easy. Perfect. Oh, that stressed me out. Oh my gosh, good. Okay, I think that spreader will get us there. Shoot, that sucks. I gotta fix that in Dakar. Now I got a sketchy pole with a knife on it just flying all around here. I can get this boom secured. This guy back in here. Okay, we're back in action. Everything looks okay. I'll just reinforce that in a few days when I can climb the mast at anchor. I'm not climbing the mast in this weather. So my jury rig rusty knife on a boat hook worked awesome. I just cut that right off. Great idea. I can make up a new topping lift pretty easily in Dakar. Got plenty of rope. The spreader. Maybe I can just drill a bigger hole, like over drill the hole and put another bolt in there if it just ripped out the rivet. I think it was riveted on there maybe. And maybe, hopefully it's not too bad. Otherwise maybe I could fiberglass over it and strengthen it up there. Yeah, one of those will work. So my cockpit's full of fish, flying fish. 1, 2, 3. More. All right, day number 4. The waves have got a little bit bigger. That's it. Have to looking up at them now. Try to clean some fish. This is number 1. We got 4 tries. There's a little one. I'm not sure if that's really worth doing. I guess we got to cut the fins off and stuff. Some gills everywhere. Scales everywhere. Flying fish everywhere. 2 down, 2 to go. and seas are 8 feet. Making a little seasick motion to clean fish. Not too bad. I feel like flying fish is more bones than actual fish, though. A lot of work for these little guys. Alright, today is day number 6, and I think we're just 2 days away from Dakar, so I'm going to start taking my malaria medicine, if I can remember where I put that. Crazy packaging on this thing. You have to like pull this in here and flip that open. Maybe that's why this stuff costs so much. I think I'll just hang out inside today and I go outside tomorrow more. We're still just chugging along, pickled herring, handling the conditions great. About once every 20 minutes we get a wave that kind of fills up the cockpit a little bit. That's one of the side effects of our low freeboard, low cockpit. Stays kind of wet, so I'm mainly spending my time down below today. But real nice. Nice to be in some real trade wind conditions, not having to worry about being becalmed like the Mediterranean or winds changing at night. Just kind of stays steady for days and days. We're 6 days in, only 2 days to go. I'm just really stoked on this passage. Of course, we got a little damage with the Spinnaker and that spreader. I think I can sort that out in Dakar. Bunch of water in the boat now. Don't like that. Tonight, cooking up potatoes and sausages. I'm not gonna eat all of those tonight though. I will eat some of them. It's kind of smoky in here. Ah, these sausages are so good. Sausages, potatoes, and a tomato. I was getting a little over this sailing thing today. It's been a longer trip, and now I'm thinking about getting to Dakar and Gambia, and I'm ready to be back on land for a little bit. So I was getting kind of like tired of sailing. The meal of the sausages and potatoes is giving me the mental fortitude to drive forward, I guess you'd say. Sounds like we caught some more fish. There's it. It's right there. Go back in the water, buddy. Oh, I didn't have to let him go. Cool. Day number 6, and wind's lightened up a little bit. Waves are still about 8 feet. Looks like we caught one more flying fish today. I'm not gonna cook them though. Just send them back to the sea. Sailing with the full jib up. We only have 100 miles left to go. Less than 24 hours, I think, before we get in there. Exciting. I guess that makes it 7 days and not 8 days like it was originally planned on. That's awesome. We've just been going so fast. I'm gonna go try to see if I can fix that backstay. Get it untangled from the mast step. I'm not climbing up the mast, but if I can get it from the bottom. I've got fresh energy this morning. Get something done. Oh, come on. Yeah, got it. Yes. Squidward. It's gotten so hot over the last 2 days. It's like unbearable, even outside in the wind. I'm frying up some bananas because they've all gotten really ripe. Today's been a pretty good day of sailing, although time is kind of starting to slow down as we get closer. Our boat speed did slow down by a knot too. If we go at this rate, it'll be pretty much ideal because we should get close to land around 9 a.m. So then we should have nice light to see what's going on, and then it'll be about 4 hours to work our way around the Cape and into the anchorage. So then around noon or 1 p.m. maybe we might still have time to check in with the authorities before they close their office at 4 maybe. I trimmed up my beard a little bit so it look presentable when I arrive. Wow, you can actually see the stars really good. The camera today. Land ho! Feels so close now that I can see it after over 800 miles of sailing here, but I still have at least 5 hours to sail around the Cape to get to the anchorage. But hey, almost there. Time to put my Senegal flag up. There's the flag. I decided to motor the last little way because I don't want to put too much stress on the spreader by sailing upwind on the starboard tack. I'm not sure if it really would make a difference. It looked like it was doing okay, but whatever. It's like maybe a gallon of fuel at the most. Don't want to risk it. seems to be set. Let's just pack up the sails. These winch covers are essential because in Africa the dust just jams them up so fast. Spicy one for you, Paul. Wow, thanks for watching this especially long episode of sailing here to Dakar. If you made it this far, make sure you're subscribed. I've noticed recently only about half the people watching are subscribed, which is lower than it used to be. So make sure you're subscribed. It'd be great to get some more subscribers to the channel. And if you really enjoyed the videos and you made it this far, maybe think about joining the Patreon. You could help support the making of these videos and adventures, and also see the videos early. Like the next video, we'll be here in Dakar fixing up all the stuff that broke on this passage, and then after that we'll be sailing on to Gambia. I got checked in, and Dakar, the city, it's something else. I got checked in with the authorities. They were super nice, and it was actually way less bureaucracy than I thought. It was really easy. So we're all set. I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye. Almost forgot to show our track. We covered 890 miles in 7 days. Pretty good speed.